Okay, so today's story time is one of those stories where I'm the idiot. No one else, just me. I'm the idiot. Yesterday I was talking about this story time that involved an old, acquaintance of mine, you could say, Morgan, and he was the idiot in that story. But yeah, today, your boy's the idiot. Now, before I jump into it, just want to say I'll be live on Twitch shortly after this video goes up. So if you're watching this in the first couple hours of it going up, check out my Twitch. I will be live with Facecam, probably playing some Roblox, Squid Games or something, or just chatting to you guys. Who knows? We'll be doing something fun. If you're watching this after I'm not live anymore, you should still go follow me on Twitch because I'm going to be trying to go live at least 3 times a week. I've actually been going live on Twitch every day since I started streaming again, but I'm not sure if that's going to be a forever thing or not. All I know is I want to do at least 3 times a week. Anyway, today's story time, it's a good one. It's crazy. It's stupid. I hope you enjoy it. Leave a like on the video if you do. Let's get into it. So today's story time all starts off in 8th grade, my final year of middle school. Yeah, this was actually like the month before I was about to be done with middle school. We were literally about to be on summer break. I was about to be done with middle school, going into high school. I was pretty excited because I was just like, waiting to see what high school was going to be like. And I've heard so many good things about it, so I was like excited to go. Now, because middle school was almost over, I was kind of being a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of a jerk, I would say. I wasn't really behaving all that well because I knew that the school year was almost over and that if I got in trouble, as long as it wasn't anything completely terrible, I'd probably be fine because, all the teachers didn't really care at this point. They kind of just wanted to get the school year over with and done. Like I said, I obviously couldn't do anything too stupid, but it seemed like people were getting away with, things they usually couldn't get away with. So this all starts off like a normal day back in 8th grade. I got up out of bed, got ready for school, went through the majority of the day with no problems, nothing really too out of the ordinary there. But on the second to last period of the day, everything kind of went to shit very quickly. So on my second to last period of the day, we had science class. Our class schedules would change like every other day. So some days I'd have science really early in the morning. Other days I'd have it later in the afternoon. And this was one of the days where I had it in the afternoon. And yeah, it was my second to last period. I got there, sat down in my seat. We had assigned seats. And I hated my assigned seat for a couple reasons. One, I sat near a bunch of people that I did not like. I sat in front of these 2 kids at my school that were like notoriously known for just being assholes to everybody. They were like the stereotypical like bullies that you see in like a movie about high school or school or whatever. Like they were like the bullies of my school. They were just assholes to everybody. Not so much to me, which was nice, but like I still didn't like them because they disrespected my friends all the time and were assholes to people I knew in the hallway. So I didn't like them very much and I hated sitting near them. They also like would always try and copy off me when I was doing work, which was annoying because it's like, bro, I'm not good at school either. Like you're copying off someone that's probably dumber than you. And then the second reason I hated this assigned seat was because it was up front. It was towards the front of the classroom and I hated being in the front. I always wanted to be in the back because that way I could kind of lay low and not be, stared at by the teacher. So yeah, we all sat down in our assigned seats and our teacher came in and I thought she was about to start teaching, but she goes, "Hey guys, so an emergency came up at home. I have to take my son to the doctor. I'm having a substitute fill in today. He's a very great substitute and a very good guy. Please treat him with respect and treat him like it were me, okay? Have a good one, guys." And somebody raised their hand and was like, "I hope your son's okay." And she's like, "He's all right. He just has the flu. Got to take him to the doctor." So yeah, she left. And a few minutes later, this substitute came in. And immediately, a couple of people got up and moved out of their assigned seats to different seats. And when I saw this, I was like, oh shit, like this substitute doesn't know about assigned seats. Let me move into a seat that's not up front. So I did. I got up and I took one of the tables in the back that no one was at. And after I did that, the substitute stood up and introduced himself to the class and was like, "Hey, I'll be your substitute today. Before I start, do you guys have assigned seats or do you not do that here?" And everybody was just kind of silent. And then, of course, this girl in the front of the classroom, like the one that people would call the teacher's pet, the one that was always like, telling on people and answering every question before anybody else could, she raises her hand and she goes, "Yep, there's a few people that aren't in their assigned seats." And he goes, "Oh, thank you for being honest. Who is it?" And the first person she points out is me. And she points out where I'm supposed to be sitting. And the teacher immediately moves me to that seat. And then she points out everybody else and gets them all moved back to their assigned seats. Now, looking at it now, was it a little bit annoying to be, tattled on? Of course. But at the end of the day, I was preying on the fact that this guy was a substitute and wouldn't know, and I moved seats thinking that he would never know, and that's my fault for, trying to break the rules, obviously. So Nowadays I look at it and I'm like, it was kind of my fault. But let me tell you, back then, when I got moved back to that seat and that girl told on me, I was so mad. I was so mad. In my head, all I could think was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why would she do that? Like, who cares where I'm sitting? I'm still going to be doing the same amount of work regardless. Like, that's such bullshit. I was in my head just angry, right? Now, after I get put back in my assigned seat, one of the dudes that sits behind me, one of the dickheads, if you will, goes, "Good try, Austin." And I turn around and I was like, yeah. And then the other one goes, "Not good enough, though." And I was like, yep, I know. And then the other one goes, "What, you don't like sitting in front of us? What, we're so bad, you gotta move?" And I was like, bro, that wasn't it. I just like being in the back, that's all. And then he goes, "Why? Why do you like being in the back?" And I was like, "It's just peaceful back there, I don't know." He goes, "All right, well, seems like you don't like us." Now, honestly, he was right. I didn't like them. But that wasn't the sole reason of me moving. I just wanted to be in the back because, like I said, it was away from everybody. It was more peaceful. They were a factor, I won't lie. I said it earlier. Like, they were one of the reasons I didn't like that spot, but still, it wasn't the main reason. Now, I try and turn around and just go back to, sitting there and minding my business, but they keep trying to instigate. They ask me to turn back around. I turn around. One of them's like, "So what's the problem, bro? Like, why don't you like us?" And like, they're just trying to push this issue that I hate them. And they're just kind of fucking with me, right? And it gets to a point where I'm just so annoyed with it, where I'm just like, guys, I don't give a shit as much as you think I do. I promise, okay? Can I just go back to being left alone now? And I turn around and I go back to just sitting there. When all of a sudden, like a few seconds later, I feel a pencil hit me in the head. Now at this point, I was so angry at just everything that had happened already that I didn't really feel like being peaceful. I didn't really feel like turning around and asking him who threw it. I just turned around, picked up one of their books off the table, and threw it at them. Now, it wasn't a hardcover book, okay? It was a soft cover one. I didn't want to hurt them too bad. And I threw it at the dude on the left. Now, immediately, the dude on the left stands up and gets all, like, stanced up. He's trying to, get in my face over the desk or the table or whatever. And I just turn around and I ignore him because I'm just like, fuck that. It's over. I'm done, right? When all of a sudden, I feel something hit me in the back of the neck. It was the book that I just threw at him. Now, at this point, I wasn't really thinking clearly, wasn't really in the mood to think clearly. And I was just looking down, pissed off. I was looking completely at the ground, right? I wasn't looking ahead of me. I wasn't looking behind me. I was just looking down at the table and the ground. And while I was looking down, I think the teacher, well, I know this actually, because you'll know in a sec, but the teacher walked around me to get in between me and the dude, like in between our tables. And I didn't see this. So, me just being angry and not really thinking clearly and just being hit in the back of the neck, I balled up my fist. I whip around, do a full 180, and just swing at the dude behind me at the table. Now, I thought I was about to hit the dude at the table, the one on the left, the one that I was mainly beefing with. But I didn't realize the teacher was right behind me, the substitute. And I hit the substitute teacher as hard as I could, right in the side of the head. And immediately, he jumps backwards after getting hit. And he's like, "What the hell? Why would you do that?" And I feel horrible because I just accidentally hit my substitute teacher in the side of the head, full force. And I start apologizing. I'm like, "Holy shit, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not know you were behind me. I didn't see you go behind me. I'm so sorry." And he's freaking out. And everyone in the class is silent because of what just happened. And my teacher goes, "Go to the office now, all of you." So I went first. I walked out of the room, walked up to the office. Then he sent the other two next. And we had to sit in the principal's office and explain to my principal what just happened. And needless to say, I got suspended. I'm surprised I didn't get expelled. I literally punched a teacher. But I got suspended for 2 weeks. They got detention for throwing something at me for a day or two. Nothing crazy. And honestly, rightfully so. I definitely deserve the harder punishment. I'm the one that threw a punch at a teacher on accident. And yeah, we all got in trouble. Me being in the most trouble. Now, it doesn't end there. After we all got our punishments, the principal sent the two dudes back to class. And about 30 or 40 minutes later, while I was waiting for my mom to come pick me up, the teacher that I hit, the substitute, actually came upstairs to the main office to see me right before I left. And he came up there, and he sits down next to me, and he's like, "You doing okay?" And I was like, "I'm fine. Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good." I'm like, "I'm so sorry again. I did not know you were behind me. I would have never done that." He's like, I know it was an accident, but you still shouldn't have been throwing a punch at anybody, You shouldn't have been punching anyone." I was like, I know. And this dude was actually surprisingly really chill. He ended up pretty much forgiving me and being like, "No big deal, I'm okay. It hurt a little bit, but I'm fine." And he told me that he actually told the principal to go easy on me. So maybe I would have gotten expelled or like, I don't know, suspended for a whole month or something if he didn't, say to go easy on me. I don't know. But shit was crazy. And my mom showed up shortly after this and had the most disappointed look on her face and was like, let's go. And she also apologized to the teacher for me and everybody else. And yeah, after that, I drove home. I got all my stuff taken away and grounded for a month. It was actually 3 months, but I got my stuff back after a month because I was, being well behaved, I guess. But yeah, I learned a very valuable lesson on this day. You don't just swing your fist and do a 180 and blindly punch. That is very stupid. I'm gonna be honest, I shouldn't have been punching anybody, okay? I'm not really into violence unless it's self-defense. You all probably know this by now if you've been watching the channel for a while. But yeah, I learned some valuable lessons on this day. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the story time. That is how I got suspended for accidentally punching my teacher. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely a crazy one. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace.
All your plays have bitches. Pull up on me, I got 2 switches, 20 gauge rounds. Hit you up like it's nutrition. I've risen, everything came to fruition. Stop the jealous talking on your girls, mine I might hit it. I heard my name is in your mouth, yeah I really doubt you want me talking back cause I could really air it out. Remember when